The problem started early in the morning, when I got caught behind a slow driver, cautious in the snow on the way to the train station, and barely made my train. Luckily, I did make the train, and traveled to Stuttgart, where I met Laura, and we boarded a train to Paris. We arrived in Paris. Now, Laura wasn't feeling well, so she stayed in the hotel for a bit to take a nap and recharge. So I went out on my own, which proved to be not very smart.
Alright guys, I'm in Paris. Laura is at the hotel, taking a little nap, recharging, and I am doing a little exploring around the neighborhood. Let's see what the first vibes of Paris look like. Guys, if you've seen a lot of the Nauf vlogs and saw the video where I talked about my top 10 favorite movies, you know one of my top 10 favorite movies is Midnight in Paris. The main character in that movie, Gil, romanticizes walking around in Paris in the rain. The character says it's more beautiful in the rain. So I liked it. My very first impression, my very first time coming to Paris, it's raining. Seems pretty fitting. Alright guys, starting to rain pretty hard now. You can tell because I opened up the umbrella, which is a big deal for an Oregonian like me. Guys, I'm kind of an idiot. You know how batteries like kind of die way faster when it's really cold out? Well, it's really cold out and my phone battery died. And I've been wandering around this neighborhood for a little bit and everything sort of looks the same and now I'm lost. And I have no phone and I've got to try and find my way back the old-fashioned way. My camera's going to die soon, too.
After wandering around aimlessly, I found a cafe, where I tried, for the first time, a pain au chocolat, essentially a croissant with dark chocolate baked in the middle.
That is disproportionately tasty to how it looks. I mean, let's be real. This looks like pretty plain, doesn't it? That was wildly more tasty than it looks. This does not add up.
After that, the worker at the cafe pointed me in the direction of my hotel. Now, remember this shot? Well, I used my wallet to prop up the camera and frame the shot. And when I finished, I grabbed my camera, but I left my wallet on the table. I then proceeded to walk back to the hotel and didn't realize I was missing my wallet until it was too late. Panicked, I hustled back to the cafe, and luckily my wallet was still sitting right there. Crisis averted. If Laura guesses the right hand that the rock is in, she gets 10 euros from me. But if she guesses the wrong one, I get 1 euro from her. I already won. Now we're at double or nothing.
Now I have to pay 2 euros.
There we go.
I'm gonna be broke. You squeeze this one way harder all the time. Okay, but now I have to reconsider because like if I choose the same hand, maybe you think, oh man, now I have to switch, so I have to choose the same hand. So you will keep it in the other hand, but then you're smarter than that, so you think, oh, she thinks I have to keep it in the same hand.
How many layers of reverse psychology can you go? Look.
He isn't so smart.
Tricked her, no wrong. Anytime.
Laura has awoken from her nap, and now we're gonna go walk to the Arc de Triomphe.
Hello.
Right? Is that how you say it? Laura's alive.
Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, that's what I said. Arc de Triomphe.
The Arc de Triomphe. It was commissioned in 1806, but was not completed until 1836. and it cost about 75 million in today's dollars to complete. It is a monument to honor those who fought and died in the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. We entered a tunnel underground to get in line to go up the Arc. We reached the front of the line and ran into another problem. Laura forgot her ID. It will be free for her to go up the Arc because she is European and under 25, but no ID, no free entry. 17 euros that could have gone to Macarons.
All right, we got some tickets, and now we're gonna go up on top of the Arc for what Laura says is a very good view. Now, walking up an infinitely long spiral staircase to the top of the Arc. It goes on forever.
But I have to say, the view from the top was pretty worth it.
Oh, looks like, oh yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have your ID?
I indeed have my ID.
Okay.
And my phone.
The Eiffel Tower. Considered by many to be the most famous and recognizable landmark in the world. And I gotta say, I was a little starstruck.
I didn't think that I'd be this impressed by the Eiffel Tower because I've seen so many pictures of it. I thought I would be kind of disappointed by it, but
it really looks like made up. I don't know.
yeah, it doesn't look real. It looks like fake. Cool.
Now, there are two ways to get up the Eiffel Tower.
You can either take the escalator/elevator up the Eiffel Tower, or you can walk up the stairs. And Laura is forcing us to walk up the stairs because sports and athletes. So we'll see if we survive this.
He says he's an athlete, so. But I keep you updated.
It's the off-season. We are off, climbing the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Okay, we made it up to the first floor of the Eiffel Tower. It took 5 minutes. It's 10:15 now. We started at 10:10. We are pressing up to the second floor of the Eiffel Tower. And now we've made it up to the second floor. How long did it take?
5 minutes.
And that took 5 minutes also. So we're up at the second floor. Guys, I almost had to get in a fight with these photographer people who took pictures of Laura and I, and then aggressively pressed us to try and go in and buy the photos right away, and I had to yell at them. It was very uncomfortable. Just another little problem in Paris.
After the Eiffel Tower, we headed to Champs-Elysees, which I cannot pronounce and is also commonly regarded as the most beautiful avenue in the world. 100,000 pedestrians visit the avenue every day, and we were two of them. We went into La Durée, a famous French luxury bakery that was created in 1862. This place was fancy, but man, I wish the camera could capture how damn good it smelled in there. The French really know how to bake stuff. But we were there on a mission for macarons. I tried them for the first time a few months ago in Strasbourg, and I became slightly obsessed. We bought 6, which costs an absurd amount of money. So now, time for one of my favorite segments on the Nauf YouTube channel, called Nauf and Laura Eat Macarons.
We had these in Strasbourg for the first time. I thought they were unbelievably
good but unbelievably expensive then. Those ones were about €1 per macaron. Now we got these from, how do you pronounce this?
La Durée.
La Durée, and these were essentially €3 per macaron. So I'm saying it wrong. Macaron.
Macron.
Macaron
Macron.
is basically 2 bites. So
Yeah.
each bite is €1.50. So
But La Durée is super fancy and famous.
okay.
And looks so nice.
They're like such a beautiful presentation. I don't know, it's so good. We got chocolate, hazelnut, raspberry, some sort of Christmas chocolate special version, vanilla, and a majesté, whatever that is.
The blue one.
The blue one. Blue one. Okay.
Okay.
You pick. These are €3 per. This is the most expensive thing per capita that I've ever eaten in my life.
I start with,
Okay.
we switch, okay?
Okay.
I start with chocolate first.
Try an hazelnut. Here we go.
Chocolate. That's crazy.
That is unbelievably good. This has like an aftertaste that kicks in after a couple seconds. That is just, hey, oh, that's so freaking good.
Oh my gosh, that's so
These are phenomenal.
So
That was €1.50 worth of consumption right there. Okay,
good. Okay, this doesn't smell so good. This smells amazing.
little cheeseburger style.
This tastes like, is that
That's phenomenal.
coffee?
You know what? I actually think I like the hazelnut better than the chocolate, which is super surprising for me. They're both so freaking good. I can't believe how good these stupid little French cheeseburger cookies are. That's what I would describe a macaron to an American, guys. Okay, it's a silly looking little French cheeseburger brownie cookie,
Which would taste like heaven.
and it's damn, it's like the best food ever. Okay.
Paris is also home to the most visited museum in the world, the Louvre. And as a fan of art, I had to check it out. Like all basic tourists, we had the desire to see one of the most famous pieces of art in the world, the Mona Lisa. Laura found the instructions on how to find Mona Lisa.
I don't know where we are now.
Right now we're just looking at a bunch of old pots. And they're great. No, don't get me wrong, they're great. But we're here for Mona Lisa. But on the way to the Mona Lisa, we were struck by the impressive marble statue of the goddess Nike. It's incredible to me that human beings were able to carve that out of marble. Now that is art. The Mona Lisa. I've got to say, I'm not so impressed by the piece as a painting itself, but what I am impressed with is the status it commands and the aura it has. It's pretty cool to turn the corner and see the painting on the wall with so many people fussing around it. The museum is so big, and there's so much to see. You could spend hours and hours and days in there and still not see everything. There's not enough time. And I think the same could be said about Paris as a whole. A cultural behemoth of a city that represents some of the greatest things that human beings have to offer. It would take a lifetime to soak it all in, which is yet another problem of Paris.